In this video, I'll be discussing how to make sure your ice is thick enough for you to walk on it, snowmobile on it, drive on it, etc. Now, today I'll be using axes and hatchets. I find the hatchets very helpful for trimming off the edges to make sure that your axe isn't destroyed while trying to chop the ice, to make sure that your wood is nice and protected. Now, as you can see, there's not a lot of snow on the ice right now. Don't be discouraged. There's still a lot of ice. Lately it's been raining a lot, so it does not look its best. If you're planning on crossing ice from a nearby lake or river, make sure you have a rock, because you don't know how thick that ice can be. It's always good to throw the rock onto the ice and make sure it doesn't go down, because the weight of this rock will multiply like 10 times the amount by throwing it high into the air while it lands on the ice. So just grab a rock and do like so. Now, that ice did not go through, so I know that that ice is pretty safe. As you can watch me. No problem. Now, this may look like this ice is not very thick, but because it has rained, the top has frozen, but underneath it is water. But then underneath that, there's a lot of thick ice. But if I am to step on it too hard, I will go through it and I might get a little wet. But I can always know that there is still ice underneath that.
This is an example of how you cut a hole into the ice.
I've made 4 different holes, and each of these holes, I'll show you how I made these holes and the stages of thickness that I want the ice to be. Now, in my first hole, it's basically just a guideline. Now, I made a big guide right here with my axe because I want to chop this part right here, and I know that this will help me guide my axe so I don't start chopping it all over the place. In my second hole, pretty much I made it so I'm able to stand. Now this ice is approximately 4.5 inches deep, so, and according to the Ontario Ice Safety, that is thick enough for someone to walk on it. Now, I've also made another hole, and you can also see the different types of ice. This is known as black ice, and this is a very good ice. It's very hard, and it's very good for snowmobiles, walking on, etc. This type of ice is just hard. It's snow that is frozen over. Now this hole is approximately 8.5 inches, and so that is thick enough for a snowmobile. Now, in my last hole, I was not able to go all the way through the ice because I'd have to make it so big because my axe and hatchet did not fit because the ice is so thick here. But I do think I did get through in one spot. As you can see, there's already water in the hole. And you can also see there is black ice in there as well as this crappier but still ice. Now you can see that this ice is almost a foot. It's around 11 inches, and I'm not even all the way through. So that is almost thick enough for, a small vehicle such as a, like a Prius, let's say. And so in these 4 holes, I've shown you how thick the ice has to be for specific vehicles.